President Joe Biden last night made his first State of the Union address, and join us live to talk this morning is Dr. Lee Hanna, Associate Professor for Political Science at Wright State University. Dr. Hanna, we appreciate you stopping by this morning. So this really was about two different speeches. You had the international stage, and then you also had the domestic stage. Let's talk first about international. Ukraine, obviously the main focal point. What was your big takeaway from the president's speech in terms of focusing on Ukraine?
Yes, I think he was trying to reassure the nation that this was going to, end well, and that the global community had come together in an effective way. And even though the next several weeks, months, even years might be hard to watch, and I think that is, there's a real chance of that. At the same time, I think he was just trying to assure people that Putin was as weak as he's ever been, given the response from the international community in the last 2 weeks. And, he really put at the forefront the Ukrainian people, as he should have. And so I thought that moment was effective. And obviously you saw Republicans and Democrats unified by and large on the response to this issue.
Where they're not unified is the domestic policy. Most certainly the pandemic and inflation dominating discussion for a lot of American families. What were your main takeaways on his approach with dealing with those two difficult topics?
I think he definitely tried to, show a note of empathy and compassion. I don't know if he got into the specifics enough in terms of how this will really trickle down to American families, how they're going to feel these changes right away. I think time will tell on that. Certainly, I believe what we saw is he was doing a mix of trying to, claim credit for some of his successful agenda, which is what presidents often use the State of the Union for, while also listing a number of priorities. By the end, it felt a bit like a laundry list if you hung on. But I think the one thing that was interesting is it does seem like the major Build Back Better package that he had, sitting in the House and was hoping to push through as a large omnibus package. More than likely, it sounds like he's trying to take parts of that and get individual policies that he thinks are most popular, give them the attention and get them passed. So I thought that was an interesting approach.
Certainly a lot on his plate here in the coming months with Ukraine and also the SCOTUS nomination. So, Dr. Lee Hanna, we appreciate you stopping by this morning, helping us break down what happened during last night's speech.
Thank you, Nathan.